Zoro will not have another character moment on the level of his nothing happened moment ever again. Now let me explain why. To understand why it won't happen again, we must first understand why this character moment was so great in the first place. So let's start there. When first joining Luffy, Zoro said this: "So if I have to abandon my dream for any reason, then I'm going to make you commit harakiri." This statement is at the beginning of their relationship and sets the foundation that Zoro's dream comes before Luffy and before Luffy's dream. When Zoro fought Mihawk stabbed him, but he did not back away. Instead, he stayed there. And when Mihawk asked him why he hasn't retreated from the attack, Zoro responds saying, "I can't. If I retreat even one step, my vow, my ambition, everything I care about will be shattered, and all of my dreams will be lost forever." Mihawk confirms that to be what it means to be defeated, and Zoro, in accepting that, says that he prefers death to defeat. This all of course harkens back to the idea of dying in pursuit of your dreams, a main theme of the Baratie arc, and an idea Luffy expresses to Kobe in Chapter 2. The reason this is important to point out is because typically, if you choose death, logically, it is the same as giving up on your dreams. But One Piece draws a distinction between choosing death and choosing death in pursuit of your dream. In doing so, we can look at this moment and say that even in death, Zoro is not giving up on his dream, but in another moment say that he is, another moment like what happened in Thriller Bark. Now, with these scenes and dialogue serving as context, let's look at the events leading up to the nothing happened moment. Zoro attacks Kuma and finds out he is a cyborg. He then realizes that he doesn't stand a chance at winning in a fight against him, and so his next idea is to try to get him to leave peacefully. The condition for that peaceful departure is the head of Luffy. In response, Zoro offers his head instead, justifying it by saying that someday he would have become the world's best swordsman. Thus, it shouldn't be too much of a loss. In this situation, Zoro is not pursuing his dream, and he has the option of giving up Luffy, which would allow him to go along and continue his pursuit. But he chooses death instead, saying, "What good is my ambition if I can't even save the life of my own captain?" This line confirms that in that moment, not only had Zoro put Luffy before his own dream, but that he was actively giving up his own dream for Luffy. He then states, "Luffy is the man that would become king of the pirates." This statement conveys not only Zoro's belief in Luffy, but signifies that he's putting Luffy's dream ahead of his own as well. This sacrificial moment stands out more than anyone else's in the series because it comes from Zoro. Zoro is the only person on the crew with ambition on the same level as Luffy. That's why he was the only other supernova besides Luffy. It's why he developed Conqueror's Haki, why people often mistake him for the captain, and why he's the only one besides Luffy whose dream is directly related to them fighting others. But despite all of his ambition towards his goal, he was willing to give it all up for Luffy, even equivalating his own dream as being essentially worthless compared to Luffy's life. The mindset Zoro had leading up to nothing happened shows such incredible growth in his character and in his relationship with Luffy that it makes it a hard moment for any other character to top. Now onto the actual scene in question. Kuma takes out all of Luffy's pain and Zoro then proceeds to take it on. We then cut away to everyone waking up and Sanji looking for Zoro, only to find him standing, surrounded by blood and still bleeding more. And when asked what had taken place, he simply says, "Nothing happened." A statement conveying to Sanji that he doesn't want anyone else to know about this, least of all Luffy. Despite his great undertaking in order to keep them all safe, he wants no gratitude or credit. He took no pride in this moment because it's evidence that he was too weak to protect them. He especially didn't want this to weigh on Luffy's mind, because not only would Luffy feel bad for Zoro taking on his pain, but he would also blame himself for being weak. What this moment really adds overall then is that on top of physically protecting Luffy, Zoro is protecting him emotionally as well. This moment encapsulates so much development that it doesn't really leave much room for more to happen afterwards. The only two outstanding character moments that have happened since, in my opinion at least, are him begging Mihawk for training, and more recently, him telling King that he wants to be a king in order to keep his promise to Luffy, while also calling Luffy his best friend. Both of these are great moments, but they don't have the same effect as nothing happened. And I don't think anything short of Zoro actually dying while sacrificing himself will ever be able to get on that same level. Wrapping up, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who watched my bounty predictions video. It got over 300 views, and I really appreciate it. That being said, like the video, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.